It's Pipi Time, Pipi Time. Lempicka's never over 'cause it's Pipi Time. Hi, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Sarah.
And welcome to Pipi Time.
You know our guest from In Transit, Hadestown, Wicked, and also getting everyone drunk at her baby's birthday party.
It's Mariand Torres.
Hello.
The babies did not get drunk at the birthday party, but the
Right.
adults
Right.
did. Yes. Thanks
Right.
to Mary Page.
Important distinction. Welcome to Pipi Time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for doing this and giving love to our little show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we think about it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Which leads us to our first big question, which is tell us a little bit about how you got involved with Lempicka and your time with the show.
Okay. So I did a reading of Lempicka in 2012.
Wow.
I didn't maintain my involvement throughout, but I just randomly got offered to do this reading. I still have I searched for it. I searched for the email actually, like right as we were approaching our closing and found like an email from Matt Gould. And it was pretty cool just to sort of think about everything. But yeah, I got an offer to do this new musical. Um I played the show was very different. It was so long. Um I played an adult version of Cosette.
Oh.
I was in the ensemble, and then I was an adult version of Cosette in Act Two, who has like this whole song called "Waiting," and it's about her just like always waiting for her mom to pay attention to her to come home. It was so fucking hard to learn. Thanks, Matt Gould. But it was so good, and it sort of like started with Cosette and then turned into a duet with Cosette and Tamara. At the time, Lisa Brescia played Tamara in that reading. It was great, and then that character kind of changed, and then life went on. I thought about the show all the time because the thing is, as an actor, you do a lot of readings, you do a lot of workshops. Some are great, and some not. Um, so there are some that just stay with you, and that one stayed with me. And fun fact, one of my first dates with my husband, who is also an actor, I was like, oh man, I did this reading of this show. That time I'd met him in 2015. So it's like 3 years ago. There's this one song called Woman Is. You have to hear it. Like we would just like get high and geek out about musical theater. And
My dream.
and I remember so I was like, there has to be a recording or something somewhere. And there was a recording of Shoshana singing Woman Is. There was some other random stuff, but yeah, I remember like that was like the thing I would go to because there was nothing else. There was no other documentation. Eventually,
Mhm.
Matt made a video of himself singing
Mhm.
it, but for a while it was like all I had was like kind of what I remembered about the song and Shoshana Bean singing it in a concert. And I was obsessed.
Love that video for singing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. I
I've
mean,
watched it, of course.
Shoshana's gonna Shoshana. Yeah, it's amazing. And then yeah, like all this time passed. I would hear about the show happening. I heard it was happening at Williamstown, and I was sort of like, it was this thing where I wasn't even obsessed with being in it. I was like, I just hope it happens. Like I just
Mhm.
want it to happen. It needs to happen on a Broadway stage. New York needs to see it. So I was just rooting for it. And then, oh my God, I think you can hear my toddler probably singing on the monitor. She's not napping. Um, uh, yeah, and then I got an audition for it in 2018. Ooh, and for a workshop in like 2018, but I was about to go on the Wicked tour, so I passed on that to be the Tamara cover. And
Mm.
then again the following year for the next workshop for what was supposed to be the 2020 La Jolla production.
Right.
Um, and at the time I was like really trying not to cover anymore, but I was like, yeah, for that, absolutely. And I knew that Eden was attached, and I was like, I will cover her and I will cover that role like gladly. Um, yeah, so and I knew Rachel I've worked with Rachel already before, so it just felt right. And I think when I
Mhm.
first did it, and when I first did the workshop in 2012, it never occurred to me that I would be right for that role. I was also much younger, but I just don't think I had the confidence. And I was like, oh, this is like a role for like leading ladies, like actors. And it just wasn't something that I felt like I could do. And it was really cool to come, for it to come back around that many years later and be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I could do this. I should be doing this. Like I should be the person. I should be the obvious choice. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. It just
No,
felt
but
Right.
very right. Like I was like, anybody else is going to be singing, doing this music that's not Eden on stage, it should be me. Like that was sort of how confident I went into
I
it.
love that.
Um, which was also just great for me to sort of like assess my own growth and confidence. um, yeah, and then we did the thing.
then La Jolla, and then
Then yeah, I did La Jolla. I was in the ensemble in La Jolla, and
Mhm.
then when it was coming to Broadway, they put out a breakdown for a Tamara standby, and truthfully, I was like mad. I was like, well, no,
Yeah.
you should just give it to me.
So real.
I likely like texted Rachel Chafkin that, and
He
I
was
was
like,
like,
hey, bestie.
hey,
You
yeah,
know it's me. This is
yeah,
just a
like it
courtesy,
just sort of
but
was
you know
like,
it's me.
this should absolutely be me. And then and understandably, the producers and the team hadn't seen me do any of the material since like
Right.
2019. And it's really hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've heard.
So, they wanted to get me on tape doing it. And it just like, you walk away and you're like, this is my job.
yeah.
Yeah. So I had like a workshop session with Rachel, and that was that.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
you were part of history.
Yeah.
Herstory.
You're so
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Herstory.
History.
Erasing women.
Do you remember what song you, and I guess probably not, originally auditioned with?
For the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first way, like when for my
Yeah. I guess we usually ask this from,
Anytime
yeah,
you remember.
it's always been the audition song has always been Woman Is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And Blasted California Sun.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah. Those were the two, they have always been the two audition songs, which is like wild that I Will Paint Her wasn't one of them because it's so
so hard.
hard. I
Yeah.
feel about I Will Paint Her and Woman Is the way I feel about The Wizard and I and Defying Gravity,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very
where people assume Defying Gravity is the hardest one to sing
mm,
because it's like at the end of Act One closer, it's like the most talked about one. But the fucking tricky bitch that is I Will Paint Her and the tricky bitch that is The Wizard and I,
mm.
The end of I Will Paint Her is crazy.
it's
Yeah.
absurd. Yeah.
Yeah, those two pairings of songs are cousins.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
different, yeah, you like get to know the character. It's the quintessential I want song,
Right.
Um, there's so much pressure, it's like this first thing that I mean,
First time
Tamara
you're
sings
like
a little
really,
more before,
yeah.
but this first big standalone like
Mm-hmm.
number, um, they're both very difficult. And I think people like assume that the other one is harder.
Mhm.
And woman, like I got through I Will Paint Her and I was like, okay, now we can do the rest of the show.
I
And
will
that's
never
how I felt in
forget your
Wicked.
first I Will Paint Her. It was,
Oh, that was really,
energy
people
was
were very
insane.
nice.
Well, like you had that whole room in the palm of your hand from the
Oh,
second you walked on. Like
thanks.
that was a fun time.
Was fun for you.
Yeah, I was like,
We'll get to that. We'll actually get to that a little
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Speaking of, our next segment might not happen. It depends on the availability of the talent. But our next question is,
Can we see your
your
dog?
dog?
Can you what?
See your dog.
Oh my God, of course. Hold on. Come here, Lucy.
Sometimes dogs are hard to
You're
get.
being summoned. This is Lucy.
Oh.
Hello.
Lucy, say hello. Mhm.
How
She's
old?
9 years old. She's 9. She's a little grumpy old lady. She's a very good girl. But ever since Maya was born, she's she's a little on edge.
Mhm.
And
Understandably.
what is this
Yeah.
other thing in the house?
Her spot's been blown up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. She's like, everything used to revolve around me, and now y'all forget that I'm here. Um, and I knew it was gonna happen. Like when
Oh
I was
yeah.
pregnant, I remember right before I had Maya, I like was just hormonal and pregnant and crying, and I was like, Lucy's life is gonna change, and I feel so bad. And that is precisely what happened.
Right. And then toddlers get into the like, we have to be like, play nice. You
Oh
have to
yeah,
pet
yeah.
nice.
Maya's
Is she
obsessed with her
good?
tail, and she just
Mhm.
runs after her, being like, "Tail!" And I'm like, "Oh no!" But Lucy is a very good girl and so patient and never aggressive, and
That's good.
it's yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah.
dog, on the other hand, he did bite me this week.
Hell no! Oh my God, what kind of dog do you have?
I have Shih Tzus. They're so little. But he had something in his mouth and I didn't know what it was, and so I was trying to get it. He's very like possessive or like protective of food. And
Mm-hmm.
so he was like, "No."
Oh
So,
no. Also,
yeah.
I spy a Bingo or Bluey or one of them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Bingo.
Oh, we're gonna get into that too.
Oh,
Bingo is my favorite.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have all these. Bluey's a great one.
Okay.
But
But back to your dog.
yeah, back
If Lucy could star in any musical, who would she play?
Um, I used to say Elphaba,
Mhm.
but I think she's giving Madame Morrible now.
She's past her alphabet days. That's okay.
I do have. There was one Halloween that I got her like a witch's hat and a cape. It's excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Though I have a
Adorable.
picture. Yeah, but yeah. It's just I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a grumpy old lady, Mrs. Hannigan.
Norma Desmond. Oh, wait, what were you saying?
Mrs. Hannigan,
Miss
Norma
Hannigan.
Oh,
Desmond. Norma
But I
Desmond is
think
a good one.
like
Yes.
the Patty LaPone or Glenn Close
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Not Nicole.
No, Patty LuPone. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say
Patty
Lucy is
LuPone's
very
Norma
Patty
Desmond.
LaPone?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Would you say Lucy is very Patty LaPone?
Maybe, but a little more anxious. I feel like Patty is a little more
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
confident
I
and
don't
grounded.
know. Maybe more like a Bernadette.
Maybe a Bernadette. That's a
Mm.
good one. A little quirky, a little like, yeah, off center.
Yeah.
This is absurd.
yeah. And it's just the beginning.
I can't
Okay.
wait.
Because our
Wait,
next segment
yes.
is something where a new segment and it
It's
is
for
a
you.
tier list. So
So we're gonna have you rank children's television programs
Oh,
based on their watchability as an adult with a child.
okay. Okay.
So
yeah.
S tier is like top tier, God, like God tier, really
Absolutely.
good. And then D
Okay.
is like, I don't want to hear any more of this show ever again.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So starting off with Bluey.
Top.
Right.
S
Bluey,
tier,
I watch alone.
I
Same.
watch Bluey on the
So the
reg.
thing about it is that my kid like doesn't like she doesn't really pay attention to Bluey yet. I think she's still too small to really like
Yeah.
follow the stories and stuff.
Mhm.
My husband, on the other hand, is deeply obsessed. And
Yes.
when people
Okay.
come to our home, eventually my husband will turn to our guests and say, "So have you ever seen Bluey?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Thank God.
And then if he's had like some weed or some wine, he will make us watch an episode or two.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's
As you
so
should.
good. And I
It's
have
so
cried
good.
watching Bluey. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
The I think it was called Big Girl Sleep. It's the first time Bingo sleeps in her bed the whole night.
I can't,
That's
don't
like
get me
my comfort
started.
episode.
The mom being the son, it really, it wrecked me. It wrecked
It
me. That's
was
the
it
one.
that's my comfort episode. I go back to that one and I just like
Okay,
yeah.
you and Nick are the same person. That's his comfort episode. Like
Yeah.
we have seen it so many times. Yeah.
Is so good.
Without
Okay.
our child. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next is Blippi.
I don't even know who that is.
Word,
Okay.
me
That's
either, really.
he.
Paw Patrol.
Uh, I'm like familiar with their picture, but we don't do too much TV.
That's
That's
good.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
Paw
We'll put
Patrol,
it,
they're cops. I don't know.
yeah.
They're cute. Like Maya sees their picture and is like, puppy. And that's about
It
as
is cute.
far as we've gotten. I don't know who Blippy is. I
Yeah.
think I'm good
Some
without him.
guy.
Okay.
He's a
Miss
guy.
Rachel.
Okay.
Here's the thing about I love Miss Rachel.
Me too. That song, the one that's like, I'm so happy to
Happy
jump.
jump.
That's
I'm
such a good
so,
song.
yeah. And also phonics, phonics,
Yes.
phonics. It's a bop. And she's amazing.
No,
I just think she's amazing. What she's doing is amazing. Miss Rachel and I See You Have It There, Sesame Street are the two shows my kid we let her watch.
Okay. So where would you put Miss Rachel on here?
The thing is, it's like I appreciate her and I love her and I think she's wonderful. Do I like need to watch Miss Rachel? No. In
Like-
terms of watchability, I'd put her under Bluey, maybe like
yeah,
A
like
or B.
A or B.
Yeah.
Okay. We can do a little middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
She does have like a lot of talented guest stars, a lot of times like
Mhm.
Broadway folks and stuff, so I appreciate that.
You should be next.
Oh,
Oh
you would
God.
rock
Oh my
this.
God. Maya would think I'm the coolest. That's my dream. Miss
Okay.
Rachel.
We'll call your
Pipi Time will
agent.
get on that.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Oh yeah, I think I like a friend recommended that and we watched an episode or two. We'll put that underneath Miss Rachel. He's
Okay.
cute.
Yeah, it's
That's
He
cute. They
teaches some
taught
like
me
valuable lessons.
grown-ups come
Mhm.
back, and that's like a big one. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Dora the Explorer.
I've never actually seen an episode, but I did dress up as Dora for one Halloween. Oh God.
Will
That's
Maya
funny.
get to watch Dora?
I don't know. I mean,
I think
is
she's
there actually
different now.
Spanish in Dora the Explorer?
Bit,
The
but
rhyme, it's like, do I want to say Dora the Explorer or Dora the Explorer? It drives me crazy.
Right.
I don't know. It's up for, I mean, we'll put her on the same category as like Blippy and those people. Cause
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, we don't know her. Okay.
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Top tier.
Up
Yeah.
here. I
Fucking
agree.
love
watch
Sesame
that.
Street.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
God.
I got the count up
The
here.
Count.
I
Yeah.
love the count.
Yeah, Maya keeps like kind of switching favorites. Elmo was, it's almost always like the first one kids are
Almost
obsessed
always.
with.
Yeah.
And then we went to Abby, and then like intense Grover love, like really, really
Oh.
loves Grover.
Love that.
And now she loves the Count, and we just got her a Count plushie, and it's like the Count is everything.
One.
What? Literally,
Two.
yesterday I was watching her in her monitor, holding up her little Count plushie, going ah.
That is adorable.
I was
That's
like,
so
oh, I'm
cute.
so proud.
That is incredible. Okay, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I'm so familiar with this one.
Oh yeah, I think we just watched an episode the other day. It's
The
fine.
hot dog dance is cool. Yeah, it's fine.
I think
Hot
C.
dog. Dun, dun, dun,
Hot
dun.
dog, hot diggity dog. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty fun song.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't know if I've ever watched a Curious George episode.
No, I've just read the books.
that's insane. As someone who is Curious George #1 fan, I
Really?
was gonna wear my Curious George shirt, but I decided against it.
We'll put it, because I respect the books, we'll put it
Yeah.
at C.
See, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. And lastly, Coco Melon.
I
Is
know.
there an F tier?
Nah, I can't fuck with that. I've never seen it, just looks
Gone.
annoying.
Way.
Yeah. Bye, Coco
we'll just get
Melon. We don't
Okay.
even need to see her. Yeah.
So this is the definitive ranking of children's TV programs based on watchability as an adult.
I would
Yeah.
highly agree with this. I know we
I
have
think
to
I
make
could
them-
watch Dora though.
I think I've got to come back to you on Dora. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not as informed. I just, again, it was
PP's
an
my
easy
follow-up.
Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty simple outfit.
Yeah.
I think we did a
Great
great
work.
job with that.
Yes.
I like
This-
that
Yeah,
game.
that was a good segment. We can
Yeah.
bring that back. Our next segment is rapid fire. So these are just rapid fire questions. Don't have to think too hard. Whatever comes up,
Okay.
go for it.
And
Okay.
don't worry about actually answering them fast because almost no one does. So
Yeah, no
Okay.
one does.
okay.
Natalie Joy Johnson, 15 minutes a question.
Of
That's
course.
pretty much.
I thought your question was Natalie Joy Johnson, and I was
Oh,
like,
no.
love her.
Yes.
Okay. What is your favorite sugary cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Me too. Okay. What is your favorite lullaby to sing?
Meadowlark? Does Meadowlark count as a lullaby?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
My kid,
yes.
she started singing along recently, and I almost cried. Yeah.
What is a role that you would never get cast as that you would love to play?
Jenna and Waitress.
But you would be a
I've
good.
never even gotten an audition for it.
Okay, but especially after having a baby, like
I
your
know.
changes
I
would
think we
you?
could put on a production in my backyard.
I
Yeah, we
can't
could.
even like listen to Everything Changes without wanting to cry. So
I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
on.
when I saw to tangent more, when I saw the pro shot in theaters and then and of course on the in the stage show, it's not a real baby, but then it cut to Sarah Bareilles holding a real baby. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's
That's a
no,
lot.
and I'm on my journey to have kids in the next 2 years. I have like started the IVF of it all, but
Oh my God. We should
yes,
talk about that.
yes, we very much should.
I had to, yeah.
But my plan for birth is to just have everything changes on a loop. So like because I don't want it to be like, oh no, the song changes right before she's born. And then
Right.
so like I just want it to play over and over until the baby comes
That's
out.
you know how
incredible.
you're supposed to play like
I'm just
like
like gently gonna tell you that you might at some point be like, turn that shit off when you're in
while
labor.
giving birth? Yeah.
But kind of related. I am deeply obsessed with Sarah Bareilles.
Yeah.
As you
And
should be.
I there are videos of me in active labor singing along to Sarah Bareilles.
Like straight Sarah Bareilles or like
There was
waitress.
music I had like no straight Sarah Bareilles. Some I'm
Okay.
sure I just like made a playlist,
Your
like
birthing playlist.
a birthing playlist, and it was like
Okay.
mostly like power
Yeah.
females, Brandy
Mhm.
Carlisle, like
Yes.
Joni Mitchell, and but there was a lot of Sarah Bareilles on it, and there's like my husband has a video of me like having a contract, like singing through a contraction, singing Sarah Bareilles.
Oh, I
I
love
love
that.
that.
Also, other role I would love to play that I would never get cast in is Usnavian in the Heights.
Oh, that'd be so good.
That's my dream role.
Okay, we'll also make that happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, Pipi Time has a lot to do.
You guys,
Yeah.
you're gonna be very busy.
We're your new agents.
Oh, great. I mean, yeah, have a talk with my actual agents and we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Done very little commission. So
Great. Love to hear it.
None at
I'm
all,
making
really.
very little money right now. So,
Okay.
okay, next question. When was the last time you stepped on a toy and did it hurt?
oh my God, I actually can't remember. I'm the kind of a crazy person about picking them up and
Okay.
not having them in the way because I'm terrified of her stepping or tripping or falling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about Florida?
I wrote this question because I'm from Florida.
Oh my God, me too. Just the weather, I guess. That's basically it. And that my family's here.
That's it.
But that's basically all Florida gets.
Yep.
The rest of
Disney
it,
World?
garbage. Hmm?
Oh, just Disney
Disney
World.
World.
Oh, Disney. I forgot about Disney World. You're right. I'm not like that much of a Disney person, but yeah.
I always say
Okay.
I'm a Disney adult from the moment I step in the gates of Disney World to the moment I leave Disney World. I'm a Disney adult. And then
Right. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I think I just got a phone call, so my thing went.
That's okay.
what is your favorite song to dance to while drunk?
Oh, God, that's a good one. Oh, there are so many. Hold on. Some Beyonce Survivor, Destiny's Child Survivor, but also some like really stank shit. God, there's always like, uh, when the pimp's in the crib, drop it like it's hot,
Yes,
drop it like it's
yes.
hot. Also, Bad Bunny, Titi me pregunto si tengo mucha
Oh.
novia. Yeah, anything that is like conducive to like ass shaking, dropping it like it's hot, which I really don't have any business doing that now because my knees. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the Miami girl in me really comes out.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
305. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did working at a dental office improve your oral hygiene practices?
Here's the thing about working at a dental office. It was my mom's dental office.
I see.
So I have to have good oral hygiene because my mom is a
Regardless.
dentist.
Right.
So I just sort of like worked there in the summers. And did you
Mhm.
like look up a LinkedIn profile or something?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did
know.
find your LinkedIn.
Yeah, so the thing is like that is a lie. I mean, kind of a lie. That's just
Yeah.
me trying to get like that was me trying to get a civilian job and being like, I
Mhm.
worked at a dental office, but really I was a teenager who worked there in the summers.
I see. I see.
I hope nobody sees this if I'm ever looking for
Another dental
a
job.
dental job.
That'd be a crazy pivot.
Yeah. Tempting.
Does someone asking you too many questions in a row annoy you?
Not really. I think depends on the questions.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real. Also, you have a toddler, so like that's kind of the name of the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who's an actor you wish you could lead a musical alongside?
I mean, I don't think I'm worthy, but like Audra McDonald.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Could they make Gypsy with two Mama Roses? Just like they're
Like I
actually a
can't even
lesbian
think of a
couple.
show that I would be. Also, my husband.
Oh my God, that'd be
Okay,
so
yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Well, you could do Waitress and
I was
He's
about to
Mean to
say that.
You.
Yeah. We were so before we met, we were actually supposed to do a production of In the Heights together. He was Usnavi and I was going to be Vanessa. Um, but then I got Natasha Peer and the Great Comet, which
Which
kept
is
me in New
such a good
York. Um, yeah, but we
show.
should have, and we did Evita together.
Oh,
Mhm.
cute.
Hmm.
Forgot we made this one. Do you plan on getting everyone drunk at your child's next party?
Her second, I don't think we're gonna have a party for her second birthday, so maybe eventually, yeah,
Hmm.
another
Mhm.
birthday. Why the fuck not? I mean, if adults, I feel like in order to get adults to a kid's birthday party, you have to give them something.
Also,
Mhm.
like we're in New York, subways exist. Like we don't need to. It's not
Yeah,
like a driving home situation.
I mean, the party was in New Jersey because
Oh,
we live in New Jersey, but people like took the train there.
yeah. So they
Yeah.
were
It's really
fine. They were fine.
irresponsible. It was MP's fault. Mary Page, what I
Mhm.
asked her at work, can you give me a good margarita recipe? And she was like, this many parts of this many parts of that. And I was like, okay. And I remember my husband watching me make it, and I just had like bottles of tequila and just pouring them in a thing. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, MP is really good at making cocktails. I trust her.
He has a full TV show about
And
it for
cut
like
to
a
like
podcast.
a friend of mine calling me the next day crying because he was like so mortified about how drunk he got at my child's birthday. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, her nanny got drunk. She wasn't on the clock, but yeah,
Okay.
it was wild.
That's really good. And our last question that we ask all of our guests, would you say we're best friends now?
Obviously.
Ah, thank God.
Okay, and now that was our rapid fire, but now we
Great.
have some questions from the people. Alex asks Elphaba or Glinda.
Elphaba.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Tot Tato Husa asks, can can you give us a play-by-play of your Lempicka debut? Also, hi.
As much as you
Hi.
want to say publicly.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm pretty honest about it. The day started at 1 in the morning because my child, who is actually a very good sleeper, decided to have a very rough night's sleep.
Mhm.
So I did not sleep. I was up with her all night. Um, got a text from Eden first. Here's the thing, like for the most part, actors will text each other because stage management, it just takes them a minute to
Yeah.
get to you. And actors will usually just do each other a solid and be like, hey, heads up,
Mhm.
I'm out. So I'm like giving Maya breakfast, half asleep on a Wednesday, April. It was like right after our opening,
20.
20 something, 21st, 22nd, I think. Yeah, I'm giving her breakfast. I just see a text. I just see Eden Espinosa, and my stomach was like, whoop.
Yeah.
It's the thing. I remember this as an Alphaba standby. When you get a text from stage management, you immediately feel like you have to poop. It's
Yeah.
that's the feeling. Like when you're a cover and you just see a certain name on your phone, you're like, "Gah!" Everything
Mhm.
stops. So I saw that. I was like, okay, I think I'm on today. Stage management called to tell me then our angel of a music director, Charity Wicks, lives
We
in
love Charity Wicks.
she's I could cry. I love her so much. She also lives in New Jersey. So she texted me and was like, I don't want you to have to take the New Jersey Transit right now. I will go pick you up and take you to
Mm.
work. So she came and picked me up and brought me a banana. Got dropped me off at the theater, got me a fucking muffin and a banana. Um, I think I got to the theater and had like, as Amber Iman referred to it, a little intimacy moment where it was basically I put my hand up on your hip, when I dip, you dip, we dip. Like she it was just her basically. That was all we did. I didn't have any intimacy rehearsal. I wasn't.
Which is crazy in a show like this. Again, like
I have a lot of thoughts. So anyway, the day of, I get to the theater. I have a quick session with Amber to like say words out loud with another actor because I had never even done that. I had never been on the moving platform.
just so scared. That platform
Oh,
was so fast.
I think, especially with a show, with any kind of risk, with any kind of danger, if an actor, if an offstage cover, if a swing, if a person has not had minimum amount of hours on those set pieces, they
right.
should not be asked to perform. A producer
Yes.
should have to cancel the show. So a producer either needs to pay up on the front end and make sure that they have that rehearsal, that have time,
Yes.
carve it out during tech. I don't give a fuck. Figure it out. But
Yeah.
this isn't like specific to Lempicka. This is like a
No, this is
Broadway
a
wide thing.
long time issue.
And like there's, you know, when you're standing by, especially for a new musical, you understand you're not going to get as much like, I'm not going to
Course.
get fucking scene study with Rachel. I'm not going to have time. I'm going to watch,
Hmm.
but I'm not going to get, you know, the allotted time that the person playing the role does. Of
Right.
course, it's part of the gig. It's part of your job to just make sure you're ready to do your own homework. I'm like,
Right.
absolutely, I get it. But my safety is just as important as the
Yeah.
safety of the person who is playing the role every night. And
Yes.
you know, every swing safety is just as important as every ensemble member. So the way we take care of those people during tech, and it's constant like, do you guys need to do this over again? Do you feel safe? Do you need to step on the platform again? The fact that it's not even thought about, that we
Mm.
might need to just step on it once,
Hmm.
is insane to me.
Yes.
Again, it is my responsibility to learn the music. I will not have as much music rehearsal. And I
Right.
get it. Although, like, Charity Wicks, again, is an angel. And whenever there was free time, she was like, do you want, the reason I was able to sing that stuff comfortably and
Mhm.
confidently was because Charity would just go down to the basement level with me and just sing through the music. Cause that stuff, you just have to have it in your body. If not, it's
Yeah.
impossible. If
Hmm.
not, you're just stressed out for 3 hours. And the only reason I wasn't stressed and I sounded the way I did was because I had the time with Charity.
We
Um,
love Charity Wicks. We love Dr. Charity Wicks.
she's the
Doctor.
best. She's the best to ever do it. Um, but yeah, I just think safety is such a big thing, and I hate the way it's all glorified.
Yes. Like the
Um,
way that they say, oh, this swing only got 2 hours of rehearsal. It's like, that's not a flex, especially in a post-COVID world where
yeah,
like
man.
things and covers are going on way more than,
Especially with a role like that.
Yeah.
It's insanely, you cannot do that role if you're not feeling at least like 90%.
yeah.
You can't. There are certain things that I can be like, and like fucking figure it out, but you
Yeah.
Hmm.
can't do that with that show.
No.
And and this is, I'm not like, this isn't about that. This is a Broadway wide problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
like
Well,
there
we were
has
just
to
talking
be,
about
yeah, there have to
Bradley
be.
Dean. Did you hear Bradley
He
Dean fell off the
in
tree in
in
Redwood? Or, like
Redwood, and he
not
didn't.
fell off, but like
He pulled a muscle climbing the tree in Redwood, and so I read that he was going to be out for like 6 to 9 months. But I don't think that's the fault of anyone because I guess they had climbing training, and
Okay,
so this was more of just like you sometimes you pull a muscle,
of course, of
but
course.
it leads to the bigger conversation of safety and
Safety. I mean, the number of times tripped on Eden's dress, I did wear Eden's wedding dress, and
mm,
Eden is taller than me.
mm.
So I tripped like a lot on it on a moving platform, like jumping on, you know, at
We
the top
used
of
to
the show.
every single night during the New Woman, we would hold hands in the front row and be like, let's hope this woman does not trip and fall when you have to jump. And so like,
Yeah. It's insane. And again, like I sat and watched. Well, it was like, do you need to do that again? Are you okay? Do you feel safe? And like,
then you get none of that.
yeah, and that's the thing. The
Yeah.
rest of it, the rehearsal, I get it. I've like done it
yeah,
before. I'm a fucking pro. It is what it is. But the safety, And the intimacy stuff was wild to me.
Yeah.
Because
um
you're like you're right on stage. Like,
I'm like on stage simulating sex with a woman, and we have not had any time to
Yeah.
work on it. And like, yeah, and I know that some of it just falls in line with doing a new musical, but something has to change. Rules need to be in place. I think it has
Absolutely.
to come from our union, um, in terms of minimum number of hours spent on stage. And if
yeah.
you did not want to pay for the crew to be there for a rehearsal to run automation, then you're going to have to cancel a show. And it shouldn't be on us.
Mm-mm.
We
Right. Yeah.
shouldn't be put in the position, because what were my choices? Like,
Right. Shut down a musical that is struggling.
right. Like that's we cannot bear that responsibility. That's we don't
Mm.
get paid enough.
No, you
Mhm.
don't.
We don't get paid enough. At the end of the day, the show's going to close and you're going to get a tax break and I'm going to be unemployed. Like,
That's tea.
we don't get paid enough. And I just think, and it's again, no shade to even our producers. It's just the way it's always been
Yeah.
done. And what I
Yeah.
am saying is like, it's got to change.
Yes.
That's all.
Agreed.
Absolutely. So would you say that you enjoyed playing tomorrow?
I feel it is like the thing that still haunts me. I
Mm-hmm. How
Yeah.
many
Like,
times did you get to go on?
think like 10. I don't remember.
Oh.
I think I saw
Um,
7.
I was in retrospect I'm a little sad, but in reality it's fine. The first time I saw Lempicka was the day that Eden came back. And so I didn't get to see you, and that was really a bummer. But Lauren was in line in the rush line, yapping about you as tomorrow.
I think it haunts me that I never got I love rehearsal. I'm like a crazy person about having rehearsal
Mhm.
and getting comfortable, and that I never feel like I'm proud of myself.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I think
of
there were
course.
moments that I probably enjoyed, but I never felt 100% like freedom in it.
Yeah.
Um, I like can't watch bootlegs or anything.
Uh, I mean, us
Cause
either, but more because sad.
Yeah.
yeah, I just like it just I'm gonna nitpick and I'm really hard on myself. And again, like proud of myself. The little clips I've seen, I've been like, oh cool, it's all good.
Look
But
at you go.
um it it like still breaks my heart to think about it, because I just don't think that I got to really do it the way I would have liked. I think about like something like Alphaba, and I walked away feeling like I felt fulfilled with that. I got my time to do it. I stood even with, with when I was a standby, I got a put in, I got rehearsal, I got to work on it,
Yeah.
and that just didn't happen. And instead, I was thrown in. I wasn't even nervous, because I think I something I realized like right before I went on stage and for my debut, I was like, bitch, in the last year you just like birthed a human. I just like endured 36 hours of labor, and like an emergency C-section. Like,
Uh,
hobble your ass to that bench and do the musical. It's fine. Like, in the grand scheme of things. And there is something incredible about like going through a lot of big life stuff where then it just gives you perspective.
Yeah.
So
mhm.
it wasn't even like nerves, but like I just would have liked to dig deeper and work more in,
It's a
get more
beautiful
in it.
role. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful role, and we don't get a lot of opportunities to play roles like that. I mean, like, I can't think about Blasted California Sun without wanting to cry.
Oh, I
Right.
I
Um,
haven't listened to it since it closed.
Nope.
Haven't touched
yeah,
it.
and there's just something about playing a woman, with this perspective and looking back at her life and where she is now, that is like it was really meaningful, and I wish I would have gotten to really settle in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, is
We
my
selfishly wish that too.
yeah, yeah.
As fans, we would like to see it.
Yeah, and it was also just wonderful seeing another take on Tamara. Like,
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. Like, I don't even think I had the time to figure out what my take. I just
yeah.
did what felt honest
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
real and told the story. But like, yeah, there was just no time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's So it's hard to even answer that, when people are like, "Did you have a good time with Lempicka?" I'm like, I don't know.
I mean,
It was
that's our
certainly
answer
good.
too, kind of.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, so our next question. Veronica asks, if you could invite one person from Lempicka to dinner, who would it be? And I think they mean character, but it could
Okay.
also be actor, and you can answer both ways.
Oh, well, character, the Baroness.
Yeah,
Ooh.
She's fucking fascinating, and honestly, actor, Beth
Yeah,
level.
let's take Beth to dinner.
that level.
I want to be like, can I just like absorb your talent, um, at dinner? Um, but also Charity Wicks. But
Yeah,
I could
Yeah.
just invite her to dinner now.
whenever, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's currently feasible.
Yeah.
And the final question is from M and also me. Are you pro or against Pollo Tropical?
Bro!
Okay, cool. Cool.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed with Pollo Tropical. I even know the song.
Thank
The
God.
Pollo Tropical. Where in Florida did you grow up?
Hollywood, which is like right near Fort
Okay.
Lauderdale.
Okay, yeah. So you're just north of Miami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how often my husband and I in New Jersey, like when we don't know what to have for dinner or to make for dinner, I'm like, I just fucking wish I could drive to Pollo Tropical and get some beans and some rice and some chicken and call it a day. It's so good.
Oh, you're gonna make M so happy when she hears this. The two of us go on about it all the time.
Pollo Tropical. I
Oh,
love.
thank
I
God.
found my people. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
like,
you
and
really
it's such
did.
a like, not that many people know outside of Florida know what that is. So like,
So
Yeah, I
specific.
don't. I had to look it up yesterday.
it's like KFC, but like Latin food and not,
Yeah.
terrible for you.
Yeah, and like good. And a
Yeah.
drive.
Who would
And
be against Pollo Tropical?
I don't
I,
I don't know. I don't
I don't
know.
know, maybe, I don't
anyway,
know.
monsters.
Yeah, bad people. Okay, and our last question of rapid fire time is from our past guest, who was Simone, and they asked, what was your favorite moment to do with Simone in the show?
Oh my God, that was such a crazy blur. Hold on. Probably women.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can think about La Jolla too, because I know.
Oh my God. Well, in La Jolla, when we were in the ensemble together, this is so stupid, but I just remember, oh God, I don't know. I think La Jolla in general, we all just had a very good time, and being in the
Mhm.
ensemble just kind of felt like so low stakes and fun.
Hmm.
Not like that we didn't take it seriously, but it was just
Oh,
different.
but yeah.
Right.
But when she played Rafaela, I remember, I think Women was really fun. At La Jolla, I used to like troll her in the art gallery scene, and I was like really mean to her. Like my patron, I was like a shady bitch, who was always trying to sleep with Tadeusz. And I would literally like, when in that, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the La Jolla production, but
Fairly.
there's like all this movement around these canvases, and Eden would be like kind of walking around looking at stuff, and I'd like stand next to her and I'd be like, I'm fucking your man, and she would be like, "Ah." And then I was just like mean to Simone because she always was the track who like Marinetti would sort of shade and be
Mhm.
like, no more set, whatever that was, and she'd like they'd walk away upset, and I'd always be like and like laugh at her. Yeah, fun times.
Good. And the other question from Simone is, what was your favorite thing that got cut from the show?
Stillness.
I was about to say, and why is it stillness? Yeah.
Oh, it's just because you don't really get to hear them sing together a lot.
No,
Yeah.
But
that song is
also,
beautiful.
this never made it on Broadway, but it was a song written for the Broadway production that never got there, that I still am like, Justice for Blue. Do you guys know Blue? Were you familiar at all? So it was, instead of Unseen, Matt had written a new song. Was it called Blue? Anyway, I loved it. And they decided it didn't work and then put Unseen back.
Did it ever make its way onto stage or
No,
like,
we just did it in the rehearsal room a few times, and then
And
they
you
just felt
recorded it,
like,
maybe?
huh?
yeah,
Did
you
you,
record?
and you happened to record it?
Uh, I mean, I have a demo of Matt singing it. And probably me singing in rehearsal, like singing it in a rehearsal with Charity. But it was like her it's a lot of sort of what you see in the beginning. I don't know. I thought it was really fucking good. And I will die on this hill. Justice for Blue.
Justice for Blue.
We're gonna be in Matt's DMs.
We'll be right after
And
this.
and Remy,
Bestie
our
Matt.
music supervisor, wrote
Mhm.
these gorgeous arrangements for the vocals, for the ensemble. It was
Mhm.
stunning. It like made me cry. I loved it so much, and I thought the lyrics were really wonderful. I don't know if it was the better choice. I don't know. I just remember hearing the song before we started rehearsals. They had sent us all the demos, and I like sat in my bed and cried. Um, it's called Blue because it's her like painting. She's like, blue, no white. She's saying there's something I never got right. So it's like about the painting, but obviously there's something she never
Was
got
it
right.
Okay,
old,
Lauren, we're
Tammy?
adding this to the track list for A Night of a Thousand Womanesses.
Final thing we have to say is there anything you want to plug or tell the folks where to find you or something coming up that you want to?
I'll be in Toronto in oh my god, when do I go to Toronto? In 2 weeks. I'm doing a new musical called Life After at the Mirbish Theater in Toronto. Very excited.
That's so exciting. Any
Yeah.
Toronto Pipi Time lovers out here,
Get into it.
get into it and audio it and give it to us.
Yeah. And don't expect interesting content on my Instagram because I'm not good at it.
Interesting
That's
content.
okay.
I would say I'm interested.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on PP Time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you in
Thanks
class.
for loving our show. May
Of
she rest in
course.
peace.
Anytime.
Yeah.
We'll keep her alive forever.
Yeah. Thank you, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.